I wanted to share how leaning into the fear of failure actually helped me overcome my fear of investment in business. A little bit of backstory. I was thinking about what are some of the top reasons, really red excuses that entrepreneurs give to hold off on high ticket investments. And it usually has a lot to do with things like they want to give themselves a little longer to figure it out on their own, or they already help people do basically the same thing. You know, they help people all the time in their business, so they should be able to do it for themselves because they're also experts. And then another kind of thing that people typically come up with is, they already are barely making, that enough money in a month. So when they are able to make more money, then they'll invest then, or they'll join the next round when they have something better, like better photos, better branding, or something else that's related to like aesthetics or something like that, right? When I hear people make the first two things, if you're waiting to see if you can figure it out, or you feel that you should be more than capable enough to do this thing on your own, I feel like the fear lies with your ego. So I'm going to talk about ego first. Your ego is telling you that people will see you as less than an expert if you yourself need help to grow. Your ego is telling you that. You're afraid your family or your friends will be like judging you because of these degrees that you had, or your professional background. They're thinking you already did all that stuff, so how can you not grow your own business? I feel like I felt this too. I feel like because a lot of my business, even my business now, is about like coaching people on how to sell out their high ticket service. So I feel like sometimes people are wondering why I always still have a coach. But you have coaches that will help you with things that you need. That's a little bit different than what you're already doing, right? So myself, I already know how to help people with branding, and I am running a group coaching program, but that does not mean that I'm a group coaching program expert, because I'm not. So I don't know all of the great processes that will make running a group program successful. I would never know how to have that be evergreen. So I specifically chose a coach that had a program built around helping you run your group coaching business and how to have it to the point where it's evergreen and running by itself. And then you kind of step in and do your specific coaching, and then everything else is done. That's friggin' brilliant. And I could not do that for myself. And what also made me kind of get over the ego thing is a brain surgeon isn't embarrassed that they can't perform surgery on their own brains. In fact, it's common sense that they should not be performing surgery on themselves. They are expecting, however, to find an expert who does know brain surgery that they trust to do it for them, right? They want to find someone that they admire to perform it for them, because they know it doesn't make sense for them to be an expert on performing it for themselves. You should not have to be an expert on marketing yourself or, branding yourself just because you help other people do those same things. Or whatever else that you're teaching does not mean that you have to be an expert on everything else. And if your reasoning has everything to do with your shortcomings when it comes to your finances or your current income, branding, copy, and all of these other things that you're trying to prioritize alone won't make people buy. What you really need is more visibility and to get your message around your expertise so that you'll get in front of more buyers and then lead them to the sale. That's what you actually need. I can tell you right now that the pretty things and the things that you're typically worried about really aren't priorities, because things like that are pretty, really get you noticed, but all the other things that I teach in the Revolutionary Brand is the things that get you paid. So what I want you to really think about is you can continue to see slow to no growth, which is on you to make that decision, or you can invest to learn exactly what to do to grow to the level that you want to grow to. Whatever financial goals you have, you can invest in yourself to learn how to do that thing for yourself, right? Think about how much longer do you want to be frustrated at that job that you don't like, or working with clients who are really unwilling to invest what you really should have been charging, or even how much more do you want to have the stress and the weight of working too many hours because you are not attracting people who can pay more because you're underpaid right now. So one thing I want to point out, the last thing I'm going to point out about the Revolutionary Brand, because applications for this round closes literally tomorrow. is the Revolutionary brand costs $1,500 a month for 3 months, right? So that's $4,500, but that's a one-time investment. Now, right now you're thinking, "Ooh, $4,500, I'm done listening to this girl." Don't stop listening. Think about this. If your income right now is hovering at like $3,000 to $5,000 a month, but your goal is around $6,000 to $10,000 a month, then you're really costing yourself another $3,000 to $5,000 a month, or $36,000 to $60,000 in a year. That gap in your income from your goal and what you're currently making is costing you $36,000 to $60,000 of income in a year by not getting the support that you need. So suddenly an investment of $4,500 really doesn't seem that bad, right? And it's because it's not. It's a one-time investment for all of that income to come. You're going to be right side up in your investment regardless. So again, applications close tomorrow because I only have next week to do the compatibility calls because we kick off February the 10th for the next round of the Revolutionary brand. You can click the link in my bio or visit revolutionarybrand.co to submit your application.